I've been able to travel to some of the larger cities that have soul food restaurants where you can dine in, you can catch a game, you can have a group gathering and things like that. So it was really important to me to want to have that in Meriden, but also in Connecticut to have the soul food showcased in a setting where you can, if you want to be at a table, if you want to be at a booth, if you want to be at a bar, you can do that while still enjoying the soul foods.
I've been dancing since I was about 15 in front of a camera when I first got my little webcam for my computer. And since then, I've eventually started learning how to do photography and videography and just different video effects. And eventually came to the conclusion that I wanted to have my own space where I can do all these things. And the biggest part of this place ended up being the dance. So a lot of what we do here is dancing with different dance classes with different teachers, a variety of different teachers.
I do a lot of black activism and stuff like that. So I came up with it, building leaders and cultivating knowledge. So yeah.
What does that mean to you?
Building leaders. I've always done leadership type things or leadership-esque things. So that's like what I. That's like what I want to do essentially. Build leaders. Cultivating knowledge. I mean, the cultivating just so happened to be the letter C, but like I looked it up and stuff, and it means to acquire or develop, like skills. So cultivating knowledge, building leaders, that comes with, that's what you want leaders to do. You want them to go out and get knowledge, So it just all mends together well.
I'm really excited, and I'm happy that Meriden is, that Black and brown people are actually getting businesses here now and boosting up the economy here in Meriden. I'm really happy about that. So
Okay.
Deja, who opened up the restaurant, the soul food restaurant, and I'm really proud of him. When he first talked about it and said he wanted to do it, I was excited. He had a clothing store before, but the food business was something that he wanted to do. And it was just really, really good when he did it. And he's getting the support there. We actually supported him. We did a voter registration drive there in, when was that? Early October sometime. We did a voter registration drive there, to help him promote his business and as well to promote the NAACP.
I am the owner of Darrell's. It's a clothing line. So basically, I've always been into fashion. When I was younger, but growing up, you're not gonna get everything you want from your parents, like the labels and the Jordans and things like that. So over the years, I've always been into fashion, but as I got older, it became, would I really want to spend this much money on, something designer, or can I find a way to do it myself?
Being a Black-owned business in general, or just in Meriden itself, I can't say I really can put my finger on exactly what that is, but it is something to be proud of, because I noticed that there's not a lot in Meriden, which kind of led me to do what I'm doing now, just being a Black man with actual business that I can, call my own.
I went to Walmart, purchased my first sewing machine for $72, and ever since then, I took off running and Darrell's was made. So basically, the brand was more so made for basically the everyday person, whether it be male or female, that's just willing to add a little color or spice to their life. I like color myself. When I was growing up, I just felt like I couldn't wear pink because I was a boy. I couldn't wear purple because, like things like that, stereotyping and being a man and things like that. It was always like contradictory colors. So with Darrell's, it's just more so of expression for any and everybody to express themselves with colors.
It was very important for me to do it in Meriden. I think coming from Meriden, born and raised, it was important to have this concept, being the community that I grew up in. So it was very, very important. And to continue, the movement of more Black-owned businesses. So that was very key. It wasn't really an option to open it anywhere else, regardless of if there was any kind of incentives or anything like that. It was always going to be Meriden.
I I think will help get people to come to Meriden too as well. You know, more people will start coming to Meriden because they'll see these Black-owned businesses here. And you know what? Now the way things are in the world, we want to support Black-owned businesses. We want to support businesses, period, from small businesses, but especially Black-owned businesses. And they know a lot of people, and I promote them as much as I can. You know, I'm going to support them to the fullest because I'm proud of them. I want to see Black young men and women doing something positive and something they love, their passion, and boosting up, you know, their economy. So I think it'll work out good. I really do.